Streamer University was not what people thought it was. Y'all probably, if you're clicking on this video, you probably know what Streamer University is. Do I need to explain? Kai Cenat set up a streaming event where people around the world, basically they get like invited, you know what I'm saying, and learn from a big streamer. It's basically like a university for content creators, gang. Like, I'm just gonna keep it to me. That's what it was. I'm not gonna lie, bro. There weren't too many people who went to, like, I don't remember really anybody. I think there were some people that went, but a lot of them kind of like fell into like the background as time went by. I don't know what's going on. I like you know what I mean, like it stream, like the people who like the people who are like, you know, maybe they gained some momentum off Streamer University, but they never really like took off, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, to me, like, the Streamer University shit was more of like content, you know what I mean? Like, just a way for, you know, Kai and his friends to make content, you know what I'm saying, with their audience. Not saying that it's a bad thing. You know, I'm saying that Streamer University was a bad thing. I thought, you know, I saw something like other YouTubers, like they'll come in for a little bit and they'll leave. But anyways, let's see what's going on. We'll see what Omar got going on.
That had arguably the biggest streamer event that we've seen in modern times. He invited a bunch of random content creators and some of his friends to a college campus in order to launch what was known as Streamer University. And although there was a ton of chaos that happened, for the most part, it was arguably one of the best things that happened for a lot of content creators. Now, doing something unprecedented like this would cause for unprecedented criticism, but I don't think that people really realized how much that Streamer University will go on to do so much good for the streaming world, and it will ultimately go on to change some of the streamers that were in its lives.
If you try to recreate someone's whole flow, like let's say you try to do the DDG, like it's not gonna work this time. If something pops one time, that method instantly gets patched.
Why do you think that Streamer U gets such a bad rep?
Because y'all didn't get.
I'll feel like one thing I will say, like, it worked for those streamers because they originally came up with the idea themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's how I see it. You know what I mean? And also, like, it's not like if DDG were to do his own event, you know, maybe he already did the same event like a year ago, but he wanted to do like a chapter 2 or some shit, like Mafia thought. You know what I'm saying? Like, it worked with Kai because, you know, Mafia-thon fit with Kai Cenat's, like, oh my god, can I fucking speed content style? Speed!
Here we go. If you're new to this and you haven't already, it's such a bad rep.
Because y'all didn't get in.
Here we go. If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's gonna go a long, long way for the channel. Come tag along for Omizi University, right? And we could build a bigger and greater community along the way. Now, back into the video. When Kai Cenat announced his Streamer University, a lot of people thought it was the end-all be-all for streamers new coming into the space. They thought if they were to get on in this sort of event, they would have the finish line as opposed to a good starting point. And thus started the disingenuous grading scale of what Kai Cenat could do for people in the streaming space. And a year later, people are looking back at Streamer University and calling.
Bro, I remember when this Streamer University shit was popping up, bro. Everybody was trying to go. I was seeing videos, people straight up begging on camera, like, Kai, please invite. Like, I'm like, dang, dude, bro. I'm like, I don't know why people. I don't know, bro. You know what I mean? I don't know, bro.
Nothing but
you can learn from Streamer University just by watching it. If you know what I'm saying, if you were trying to get there, you know what I mean? I don't know.
And I honestly don't think it's fair. One tweet that I saw asked if there was any notable creator that had come from this event. And truly and honestly, maybe they don't know, but there have been a lot of resounding successes from Streamer University. First and foremost, Yana was technically on Drake's album. I don't know how that can't be viewed as some sort of success. Then I would say somebody like Extra Emily benefited directly from Streamer University, having people notice her, i.e. The Weeknd's producer, notice her directly from Streamer University.
And The Weeknd knows who you are. I promise on my life he knows who you are.
He does?
The reason why I know, because he was at my studio last year. He was recording something. And he was watching SU, and he was like, oh, I like her perspective of SU and how she was While she's walking around with a selfie stick all alone by herself.
And somebody like Tota arguably is the biggest streamer to come out of Streamer University, not just landing him thousands upon thousands of viewers from being somebody who had a low viewer count, but also having the opportunity to join streamer group The Clover Boys. DDG went from niche internet fame to fully mainstream. Blasian Baby Lola pivoted into a more corporate setting. Lala Baptiste, Jay Cinco, Arky, they all built real audiences from Streamer University. People benefited tremendously
Arky and Yugi
from the opportunity to come together, create content with one another, collaborate with like-minded individuals, and ultimately be broadcasted to a new, wider audience. Now, I believe that those streamers mentioned definitely did Streamer University right, and they took advantage of what was to come afterwards. But there were some what people would perceive as a downsides of Streamer University, and the aftermath of it changed the streaming industry completely.
What would be like let me think of a downside real quick. A downside of Streamer University. The only thing I can think of is like maybe the people like that went there, maybe they went there and they got some viewership, and because they got a few clips from Streamer University, or they were able to get into Streamer University, when they left, maybe they felt entitled to more success in the future, but didn't get it. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I can think of, bro.
Streaming is dying out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Streaming.
Hell
You
yeah.
think streaming is dying out?
Hell yeah. Streaming is like, it just became so oversaturated, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, me personally, from a creator standpoint, I feel like once Streaming University came, it fucked everything up. It made the numbers feel unreal. Like back then, niggas having 7,000, bro. When you had 7,000 like a year ago, bro, that's like equivalent to a nigga having 60,000 right now.
Now, I think a little bit of context needs to be added. First and foremost, during Streamer University, somebody like a DDG hit
Wasn't well, there's bots. There are bots. There's bots and shit like that. But there's also it was also during like the summer, so like more people were able to watch. There's also that too. So it's like, wasn't Streamer University in like the middle of the summer or some shit like that?
200,000 live viewers, and everyone was about at 15K to 30K. So 500 to 1,000 viewers, it almost seemed like it wasn't impressive anymore. I do think that the goalposts moved, but most importantly, out of a Streamer University, I saw so many people want to hop into streaming. Now, I think it's worth noting Jay Cinco was at Streamer University and definitely monetized off of it. He's just pointing out the fact that people showed up to the gold rush that he got in early on. But that's basically how every single gold rush works. People see this thing blow up in the space, and then everyone rushes to do it. Most of them doing it with half-assed attempts, to be quite honest with you. If you go back and look at all those people who bought phones after Streaming University, some of your favorite content creators who stepped into streaming, and just some people who tweeted, I wanted to get into streaming right after Streaming University, a lot of them aren't doing it now. A lot of them have totally stopped. A lot of them have fallen off wholeheartedly. Now, most of these people are probably looking for an opportunity to uplift themselves from whatever financial burdens that they had, not understanding how real of a task and job streaming actually is.
I mean, it could just be as simple as like maybe they wanted to be a streamer and they saw this as an opportunity, but then they realized like, yeah, maybe the streaming shit isn't for me. You know what I mean? Like maybe it was just that too. Like I for my first year making YouTube videos, I streamed. I stopped streaming. Now I just record videos. I still have a Twitch, I'll probably start streaming later on, but I don't really feel like streaming right now. Right now I just want to make YouTube videos. I have multiple channels, and streaming is kind of like, streaming is content to me, but it's kind of like its own, like when you're the difference between me recording a video and streaming it is completely different. Like it's a different vibe. You know what I mean? For me, and I just felt more comfortable recording videos. So it's like eventually, like sometimes you get into something and you maybe you don't want to be a streamer. Maybe you want to make movies. Maybe you want to be a producer. Maybe you know what I mean. Like it's just everybody's different, man.
That could be fun, monetizable, and taken lightly, but it's actual serious hard work. One where you have to devise a plan and a strategy that leads to a long and fruitful career. Or you could,
and apparently it's expensive as fuck,
attempt to take the shortcut like some of these content creators did and go the whole insane attention farming type situation.
Y'all closed? I got some money for you.
We are closed.
I'm famous. You can't do me like that.
Look at bro in the background, yeah.
Can't make me a taco? Damn, nigga. I can't get a chicken taco? Just make me a taco. Sit down. I gave you $100. You don't want $100? Wow, that's crazy. That's fucked up, man. You gonna do that in front of 20,000 people? Hey, La Berea, fuck you.
I'm not gonna lie, chicken taco does sound kind of good.
Gang, they're closed. Go somewhere else, bro. There's other fucking Mexican restaurants, gang.
Right now, I ain't gonna hold you. Now, on surface, this clip is kind of funny, but the problem is that she said, "I'm famous, therefore you should stay open for me. Therefore, you should make me some sort of chicken taco." And the
It don't matter if she's trolling or not. It's just like, when you saying, "Oh, I'm famous," it's like, like that's the thing though. If you're really famous, would you have to say that you're famous? You know what I mean? People would automatically recognize you, you know?
bigger problem
I
is
don't know.
that this type of personality trait or type of content that you're going for supersedes any type of content that you're, you know, supposed to be getting known for. They're gonna remember the arrogance. They're gonna remember the entitlement over anything. A platform like StreamerU gave Samaya the recognition, but recognition only matters if you can convert it into a real audience. This is why people connected this specific moment of Samaya to the academics criticism from a minute ago.
We know you for literally fucking a rapper. That's why we know you.
Don't ever try to do that, bitch. I went to streaming you and all that. Don't give a fuck. Don't downplay shit I got going on.
The criticism wasn't not just that these people aren't famous. The criticism was that these people were acting like the platform had already made them stars before they actually built anything. Arguably, the worst part about Streaming University is that it gave some streamers and content creators the thought process in their mind that they were just famous enough that they didn't have to actually go out there and build an audience. And when attention doesn't turn into a real audience, some creators don't respond by actually building and growing a real audience, getting down and dirty and building up a community. No, they respond by chasing these moments, these viral moments, these things that get them clipped. And this is where you introduce a Nina Lynn situation into the mix.
Oh, brother. Why are we still talking about Nina Lynn, bro?
You're using in front of a 13-year-old. I don't appreciate.
This is a public space. I'm gonna let you know that right now, man. This is like the most parent argument. I cannot. What the hell? One.
It's not. This is even entertaining, bruh. Like, no disrespect, because I mean, I guess she does have her audience, right? There is an audience for her, I guess. But it's just like why though? Why do you need to Why do you feel like this is like? Can we move on? I don't want to watch this, bruh.
Example at all. Somebody is somebody
get
who
that
represents
cringe ass shit on my
entitlement
screen.
after the attention. Nina Lynn, on the other hand, represents chasing attention after the spotlight starts fading. When you go to an event like a Streamer University and you're surrounded by all these other streamers, your numbers look more huge than what they actually are. They look inflated. And so coming back from a Streamer University,
What was that one girl? She was friends with Nina Lynn, and she started crying and making a video trying to basically saying that I don't know, I forgot her name, bruh. She's the girl that what was her name, bruh? She oh my gosh, I forgot her name, bruh.
back to your hometown. People
Illuminati was roasting the fuck out of her.
were chasing that high again. People were chasing that feeling as the
Zoe Spencer, that's her name. Zoe Spencer.
numbers dwindle down. But instead of, I don't know, planning out different collaborations with content creators, they sought the fast track. They did whatever they needed to do to get people looking again. But the problem is that people looking again doesn't mean that people actually care. Drama can create a viral moment for what it's worth, but it doesn't mean that you have some sort of loyal audience. In fact, it probably will create the opposite effect. It'll create a loyal audience of people trying to see you fail. And then after that, the controversy becomes the brand. That right there is the trap. StreamerU gave Nina Lynn a chance to create a lane, but the lane that she decided is something that people will mostly remember her for being controversial in. But not every failure looks loud and messy. Some people didn't crash the moment. They just let the moment pass them by. Indie Love presents a different type of missed opportunity. She already had the name recognition going into the event, so her issues weren't exposure. I've known Indie Love since about 2014 back in the Tumblr days. Her issue was more so about conversion. If you take a look at this screenshot, Indie Love had great viewership coming from Streamer University, but it dwindled and it dwindled fast. One of the reasons why is because she most likely did not have any sort of identity or characteristic that would have people coming back to her streams and her content.
What does India Love do on her streams? I'm wondering, what does she do? No disrespect. I'm not being disrespectful or not like that. I'm genuinely what does she do?
Most of the time, she just decided to tether herself to a male streamer in the space, most notably DDG. And we all
that's right.
know how that ended up in her most notable moment post Streamer University.
Breakout streamer of the year went.
Oh my god. please. I don't even want this shit to play. I'm sorry, I'm skipping it, but it's like, bro, this shit is cringe, gang. I don't want to watch it. You know, I'm just tired of seeing some of these streamers. Not saying that I don't even think India Love is inherently like a bad content creator or a bad person or nothing like that. She's definitely not Nina Lynn, right? She's not a Zoe Spencer. It's just like, I don't know. I just don't throw up these cringe clips, bro.
It was an opportunity for her to reposition herself. I can remember before Streamer University, Zoe Spencer came to the internet talking about how there weren't a lot of spaces for women to succeed without them being tethered to the guys. And
that's not true though. That's literally not true. That's not true. For you it is. For her it is. You know what I mean? Like look at what's like a woman streamer, for example, that's doing pretty well. I mean, there's Valkyrie. You know what I mean? There's Extra Emily. I mean, there's Senna. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
Talked about that multiple times on this channel before, and India Love was put in a unique opportunity. She was positioned to separate herself from the pack and then ultimately embrace a whole different lane that streaming hadn't really tapped into. But she didn't really do that. She never separated herself. She never made a lane for herself. She never really took the opportunity to stand out and maybe even galvanize some of the young women in the streamer space. I would say that people left her streams not knowing what to expect, and that's probably true for the individual streams, but for the streams where she did exactly what she did, they put her in the box of a pick-me, which, hey, rightfully so. But at the end of the day, it was a missed opportunity because she didn't sever that tie to the existing fan base that was already there, that wasn't really there for her. So then anytime she had a moment, people would react, people would make their think pieces, but ultimately people would move on. And I could go on and on about different examples from Streamer University, but once you look at all of them, Ray's point becomes the part that explains the entire thing.
Yeah, if you got a party, how do I tell you? We're not getting in, bro. If they're streaming you part 2, I'm telling you, bro. Whoever go back the first time, you're not going back this time, bro. How do I tell you, bro? It's over, bro. There's no way letting people from streaming you first go to a second. Like, there's no point.
Ray is stating here that Kaizenat is not inviting the past streamers from Streamer Universities, the alumni, back into the program because it's not some sort of crutch. It's not some sort of permanent support system. It was a launch pad. That means that the event in and of itself was...
I don't think, yeah, like, I don't think... It gives more people room to be able to come in, you know.
It's temporary at best. You're not gonna be that one alumni that's always hanging around the college campus, whether it's during homecoming or even past homecoming, trying to relive the glory days with your varsity jacket that you've clearly outgrown. Still hitting on the girls at the local college bar. That's weird. That's disgusting, gang. What you were supposed to do post-Streamer University is take the clips, take the moments, take the attention, take all that opportunity and start building something when you were on your own. Because if your career only works when there's a Kaizenat backed event, then ultimately you didn't build a career. You just built dependency. You built another place and space for Kaizenat to succeed, but not one in which you can thrive on your own or with collaborating with some of your peers that are also alumni.
I still think what he did last year holds weight today.
Really?
Yeah, Streamer University created how many, you know how much like further that pushed streaming University and how many like careers spawned off of that? Like, yeah, he could probably chill there for a minute.
Anyone making any sorts of criticisms about what happened to any of the streamers from Stream University, are there any successful ones, is being totally 100% disingenuous. And I think it's two reasons why they do this. One, I think it is a part to shade Kaizenat because the internet's gonna take an opportunity to shade him regardless. But two, and I think more importantly, just because it doesn't exist on your timeline doesn't mean that it did not happen. So I've taken the opportunity to have conversation with a couple of alumni from Streamer University to ask about their experience during the process and after to truly understand if they were or were not successful or answer the age-old question, was Streamer University a waste? Marcus, how you doing today, man?
I don't think it was a waste. I don't think Streamer University was a waste or nothing like that. At least I don't. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really tune into these streams as much. You know what I mean? I still watch streamers. Like, I'll go watch, I think, streamers that I watch, RDC. I watch RDC World streams. Those are amazing. Those are fun to watch. You know what I mean? Like, there's plenty of, you know, and there's some upcoming, like, content creators that I've watched, like, Cloud. You know what I mean? Well, I guess, well, Cloud is a streamer, but you know, I was gonna bring up Young Dom, but he's not really up and coming. He already made a name for himself, and he's not really a streamer. But you know what I mean.
I'm doing great. How you doing, Omeezy?
Hello, I'm Kai Woos, and I am a Stream University alumni.
So the reason why I've asked you for this today is because maybe 5 days ago, it was the year anniversary of Streamer U.
Yep.
Shouts out to the Streamer U alums. Now, your walk is a little bit different because you were already in the space with the quote unquote big boys before Streamer U. But I want to know, after Streamer U, how has your life changed?
It's kind of been the same in the sense because like how you said, I was already around the people, but it's just the obvious viewership increase that I've been able to maintain. Because I still wasn't, even though I was around them, I still was a small streamer before that. So yeah, so I would say obviously the viewership increase, which comes with, you know, the financial bonus and shit like that. So I would say that because I didn't get too many clips off like some of the you know, the bigger guys. So it's not like I took off like Yana, this, that, and the third.
How have things been just in general since Streamer U?
Honestly, amazing. I feel like life has been so active. I low-key didn't even realize it's been a whole year since because I don't think I've ever been this busy in my life.
Oh, wow. Is this with just different opportunities that come with being more visible in the space now?
Yeah, I think different opportunities and also like a different drive. Like whenever you see how people move as a bigger creator behind the scenes especially, you start to realize like, oh, I'm not putting in as much work as I thought I was. It's like the planning, the execution, the editing, the meetings, the like conceptualization of ideas. Like you don't realize that all of this is happening because whenever they show up on camera, they're just there to entertain. They're not there to tell you about the logistics of being a streamer or like being a content creator in general. So like being able to see that without them trying to entertain an audience made me realize like, oh, I gotta lock in more. I gotta do more. I gotta push harder. So I've been like trying to like apply a lot of those ideas myself. And ever since then, just always editing, always recording, always doing something different.
Yeah, I totally understand. It's a grind, but I value what you're saying. When you see others are doing good things, great things, the only thing that you can do, well, you can do two things. You can elevate or you can say, well, maybe that's too much for me. I just don't need to be a part of that.
Yeah, exactly. It's like realizing that you have access to the method. It's like, okay, now do I want to be that tired? Do I want to implement that? It's been a slow implementation for me because I'm like, I don't want to burn out, but it's been very satisfying.
Now, this is some of the controversial questions that people have about Streamer U. How come we aren't seeing more people that attended Streamer U be successful?
That's not something I've thought about too much because I feel like everybody kind of, you know, it benefited a lot. There are some people that, you know, probably didn't see too much benefit after it, but a lot of it could be preparation. I think a lot of people didn't, or maybe didn't know like what to do after. Like even if you do get this increase of viewership, what to do after, how
to maintain it, right?
How to capitalize on it after. It's still it put people in the right rooms, in the right doors, and I did think it served a purpose. But if you're kind of just thrown into the lion's den without, you know, really expecting, you know, I feel like a lot of people would just kind of trying to find the, you know, the most respectful way to say it. But you'll kind of fizzle out a little bit because, you know, just not being prepared. Because I mean, even me, I didn't know what to fully expect. And because I was a smaller streamer, it was rocky for me off like just starting just from the type of person I am. So yeah, I think it was a culture shock for a lot of people not really knowing what to do after it. And yeah, there was a lot of people that did know what to do and they took full advantage of it. So yeah,
nice.
I that's what I would say.
I was talking to another person that I interviewed and they were saying that like, you know, a lot of these people, just because you don't see them doesn't mean that they're not successful. And then also like, who defines what success is? Somebody may now be more consistent than they were. And even if it's not at the height or numbers of 500, 600, 1,000 live viewers. Ultimately, though, just being consistent is much better than where they were when they first started, where they were a little inconsistent. But they also might be killing like Instagram, Snapchat, all these other things like that too.
I think people forget that Twitch is one of the hardest platforms to grow, maintain, and see success in regardless.
I think streaming is the hardest like form of content to grow. And that's just me though. You know. I mean, I don't know. The advice that I took was that like it's better to like make content, grow an audience on like YouTube or TikTok first, and then start streaming, because then you have an audience, and then you know, right? As you're making, oh my god, what the fuck just happened? Oh, I just restarted the fucking video. Oh fuck! Hold on, my bad. Oops. Hold on. Oh god, I fucked it up. God damn it, bro. Oh damn. Oh shit. Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really just depends. Most people think of success. They were expecting everyone to graduate Streamer U and average 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 plus, but that's in itself just super hard to do regardless.
How come we aren't seeing more people that attended Streamer University being successful?
I think it's because everyone's metric of success is different. Like, I know people that aren't as active on socials that are like buying properties because their money's up. It's like, because it was called Streamer University, everyone will see you on like TikTok Live or on Twitch, and they're like, why are your numbers so low? Like, what was it even all for? Meanwhile, like, you're actually getting...
Yeah, I mean, especially if like they were getting less viewers before Streamer University. They at least as they benefited, they grew, they were able to maintain some sort of success. And that in itself is success.
Millions of impressions on your Instagram, and you're getting millions of impressions on your TikToks, and you're getting invited to hang out with their favorite creators. So it's like, whenever you put that into perspective, it's like, just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not happening. I always remind myself that there are people who make a living on content that I'll never know their names. I'll never know what they create. So it's like, just because we were introduced to a certain audience doesn't mean that was the audience that we necessarily belong to. Like, that wasn't our niche. I'm no Kai Cenat. Like, I'm the first person to admit that I don't have that energy, and I don't have those ideas, and my personality doesn't fit into that. Whenever I was chasing that right off of Stream University, all I did was deplete my money and burn myself out, and realize like, oh, I like IRLing, but like, I don't need to like do it at this level, or I don't need to do these ideas specifically, because that's not my audience. That's not what I'm looking for. So I think a big part of it too is just like, we're not in your algorithm because you don't like our content. And I think that's fine. Like, because we have our audiences and we have our people, and the internet is so vast. So I think a lot of people are just like really in their zones, and it's not that they're not creating, it's just that they're in a different like area of the algorithm.
I think people forget that the internet is so big. So just because you're not seeing me doesn't mean that
that shit massive.
I'm not working until one day, like, I pop back up on your algorithm, and then, you know, I've got this going on, that going on, and you're probably like, oh wow, I haven't seen this person for years. But
yeah, exactly. And it's like, those people that people expect us to be around on camera, sometimes we don't fit into their content, but like behind the scenes, like a lot of the people from SU, especially like the professors, have been so incredibly helpful with like mentoring me over the course of this year. So it's like, just because I'm not popping out on a stream doesn't mean that those people aren't still helping me.
Yeah, it's nice that they're still helping out. Like, even though like you know, you're not in, like, it's nice that the mentors are like helping out smaller streamers and shit. That's
Elevate
nice.
my content to fit what I want to do for the rest of my life, basically.
why do you think Streamer U continues to get such a bad rep?
I mean, if I'm being honest, as glazed as it sounds, I think most of it is just because it's under Kai's name. Like, if this was another streamer's idea that doesn't get as much hate, then I don't think it would see that much. And then I think a little bit of it too is there, like, a lot of people will fuel the fire for the hate because they weren't picked. So some niggas are just like, it was some niggas that weren't even gonna give it a chance, even though they were gonna watch it, but they don't even give it a chance to praise it, because if niggas had super dreams, because
I didn't even really watch it like that, to be honest. All I saw was like clips. That's all I saw, bro. All I saw was clips. You know,
a lot of people that for some reason, and I'm seeing,
but I didn't think it was like, oh, I hate Streamer University, it was so bad. Like, nah, bro. Nah, it seemed pretty chill. You know?
it now for if he does a second one, I'm seeing niggas post now where they think this is like end all be all. Like, I'm seeing people hit me up like, damn, I like they think like, if I don't hit this, then, you know, like, it's over with. So it's like, it's people like that was like, okay, I need this so bad, I don't get it, and then okay, I'm just gonna kind of join in on the hate, because who are these nobody?
That's crazy, bro. Imagine being a hater because you didn't get invited. Like, you didn't get picked. Like, that to me is weird, bro. That to me is weird. You're gonna join the hate because you didn't get invited. Like, no, bro. Like, you're not entitled to like get picked for anything. You know what I mean?
And there was too many famous people and this, that, and the third. So it's like, it's a culmination of a lot of it. But I think most of it is because it's under Kai's name.
And it's interesting because in my research for the video, I went back and I started looking at all the people who were like, yo, I hate Kai Cenat, I hate Streamer U, I hate the people that got selected, and they should have picked the smaller guys, and da-da-da. They did all this complaining. I went back and saw what they did from that point till today, and there's so many of them that haven't done anything, haven't touched nothing, haven't streamed consistently since. And I'm thinking to myself, did you think that this was like your super duper put on card right here? Like Streamer U was really gonna put you there?
But I think you might be one of the first people that has done that too. I think a lot of people, some of those videos popped. Like as soon as he revealed what happened, it was like a huge debate, at least on my timeline. Because I mean, some of these videos were on TikTok, at least, were fucking hitting of people just like complaining about it, and it's too many people, too many famous people, and this shit ain't gonna hit. Da 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 da. But
the thing is, like, there was a lot of people who weren't famous though, who weren't like top dog. Like I was even watching like this. I'm not glazing Kai Cenat just to glaze Kai. That's not what I'm doing. Like I'm being like, this is like, even I seen that there were smaller creators that managed to grow an audience from it. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, and I didn't even really pay attention to Streamer U like that. Like it helped. Like, you know what I mean?
If you went back and did that, that would be far to look at, because I already know people didn't take this opportunity to put Bill.
I'm gonna try not to call nobody's name out when I do it, but
if they want to call people out, like whenever it was time,
that's true.
Fuck it, call them niggas out, because you know it's gonna be some people that might even look at other people and say, hey, you haven't streamed that much in Streamer U. Like the other mad that they didn't get the opportunity, but them niggas might have not streamed as much as the people that they saying don't stream, you know, after the opportunity. If that makes sense.
No, I think that's fair. If I call them out, what they gonna do? Stream about me? Hell, they wasn't streaming in the first place.
TikTok saying he was right.
Hey, yeah, let's do it. Let's go band for band. Why do you think that Streamer U gets such a bad rep?
Because y'all didn't get in.
Here we go.
Like, realistically, if you look at the people who criticize us, it's the same people that are like, I would have done better. And I feel like a major...
Bruh, man, fuck all that shit, bruh. What do you mean you would have done better? You know what I mean? Go make content, man, and have fun with it, bro. Oh, I would have did better than all those streamers. See, that's like hate. That's kind of hating. Isn't that like a form of hating? Like, oh, I would have did better. Like, what the fuck?
The reason why I got criticism was, one,
be happy for people, bro. Like,
it's the first time it ever happened. Two, like that, a project of that scale is crazy. Like, there's no way to control over 100 people in an environment. Plus, the location got leaked before we even started. Like, that shit was crazy. But no, I just feel like a lot of the criticism comes from people thinking that they would have done better. And I don't know. To that, I'm always just like, just make cool content then, because I mean, Stream University wasn't like a get rich quick kind of thing. Like, I think people also forget that virality doesn't come from one moment. Like, success doesn't come from one moment of virality. It comes from it stacking and like getting those opportunities. So I feel like, I don't know. I think a lot of people are just upset about it. I think a lot of people are bitter that there's not a part 2 announced yet. I think that's
lame as fuck, bruh. Imagine like hating on another streamer because you didn't get invited. Oh, I would have did. Like, that's some hating that shit,
the
bro.
opinion of a lot of the alums is we're kind of like, I don't know why you're so upset about it, because like if you were there, a lot of people are like, people didn't get anything out of it. We got a lot out of it. I think even people who didn't have viral moments, again, like seeing how those bigger creators move was crazy. But yeah, I really don't know why it gets so much like backlash other than that.
I do think what you said is true, that people thought just off rip that they would have been able to do more with it. But I'm gonna be quite honest with you, because it's the anniversary and that's what this whole video is about. I went back and looked at a lot of streamers or content creators or whoever that made videos at the moment saying like, oh, you know, I would have did X, Y, and Z. Went back and looked at what they did in the year. Respectfully speaking, y'all wouldn't have made it. They would have been the people that, you know, took the picture with Kai, took the picture with Duke, took the picture with Agent, and then it would have just existed in that ecosystem right there, their Instagram or their Twitter, but they wouldn't have done anything else content-wise, because they didn't do anything for a year. It didn't make them hungrier. It didn't make them more motivated that they didn't get in. It kind of just said it just to say it.
I agree. And that's like, people will come into my streams all the time. How do I get into SU Part 2? I'm like, well, what have you done since SU Part 1? Because that's a big thing.
What if there's not a SU Part 2? Why are you waiting for another Streamer University? Like, just go make content, bro. Have fun with this shit, bro. Like I don't have a crazy audience, you know what I mean? If I even have an audience at all, like I don't. I still make videos though. I have fun with it. You know what I mean? I try to be consistent, you know what I mean? You know, have fun with, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's so weird to just like, I don't know, bruh, to wait for a moment. Oh, if I just get into Streamer University, I'll be able to make it as a streamer or as a content creator or whatever. Like, no, bro, just start now, bro. Just start making videos now, bro. Just have fun, bro. And if you're not interested in it, then you're just not interested in it. Is that simple?
I say is I'm like, don't let someone else determine when you blow up. Just grind. Who knows if you're going to need it by the time it comes back around. If you like,
there you go. There you
are
go.
really producing content the way you want to. I think another thing is so many people think about getting into it that they kind of forget that content is about the love of the game. Like so many people are just waiting to blow up that it's like, just play games with your friends, just go IRL, just like have community. Because I truly honestly believe that's why we all got in, is because, you know, first round, you're like, what are the odds of me?
Bro. I have this channel. I have a gaming channel. And I have an IRL channel. Now the IRL channel, right? It's pretty much just I go and explore abandoned places. I know that's kind of weird. You're like, what the fuck? You make reaction videos, you play games, and you go explore abandoned places. Like, what the fuck is you doing? And rightfully so. But I enjoy making the content. I have fun with it. I take it one step at a time. I'm not rushing. You know, everything's gonna work out. And as long as I'm consistent, you know, it's gonna work out, bruh. But that's the thing, though. You have to enjoy it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You have to enjoy it. You know what I mean? Now, like, one thing I've learned from making content is don't force content. Just be yourself. Be authentic. That's it.
Really
bro.
making it, or someone that I know making it. It's so slim. I'm just gonna.
I don't have it all figured out. I'm not talking like as if I have all this content shit figured out. That's not what I'm trying to do. You know what I mean? I'm not a Kaizenat. I'm not a fucking AMP or a core. I'm not none of them niggas, bruh. I'm me though. You know,
shoot my shot. Like, I love doing content and I've been doing it regardless. And I think that's why we got in. I think more people should just care about content instead of caring about the opportunities that you might get from it.
Last question. If you could give advice to someone attending,
I feel like if you are worried, like the more like stop worrying about what you're gonna get from it. Because when you start worrying about what you're gonna get for it, you're gonna start comparing yourself to other people who got the opportunities that you haven't, and then it's going to make you unmotivated, and then you're not going to make content
in the future.
I think one of the first things is people have to take what they saw from the first one and apply it, and obviously in your own way. If you try to recreate someone's whole flow, like let's say you try to do the DDG, like it's not going to work this time. If something pops one time, that method instantly gets patched. Obviously, like, you know, girl content is gonna hit on the next one too. Like, so it's gonna be separate themes and shit, but you're gonna have to bring your own sauce, your own flavor, and not just like don't just go in that bitch and say, I'm just gonna do exactly what Rakai did last time so I can try to get 200,000 views. I mean, it's not gonna work. You're gonna have to bring your own sauce, bring your own flavor, be you, because even whenever you leave that, you're gonna have to uphold, like, you're gonna have to, like, if people attach to something, they're gonna have to want to keep seeing that. Another thing is know that you are being thrown into, like, just be prepared to be thrown into the lion's den. Like, just know the Clippers are going to be outside, and if they saw a certain situation, like when people are bullying people, trust and believe, like them clips hit, trust they will be sniping for that same shit. So just know you might get bad clips. You got to know how to navigate it. Don't let it fuck your vibe up. Like, yeah, stay ready. I mean, it's gonna be some weird people that's clipping shit just trying to get themselves a banger, this, that, and the third. So be ready for that. And niggas have got to worry about your post streamer you strategy. What do you do after that? Look at the people that obviously took off after it. What did they do? And then how do you kind of apply that, obviously without biting one for one? I hate people that bite one for one, but add your creative spin to what, look at the people that did take off, look at the people that you would think are successful after it, and how can you apply that to your everyday stream after that? Because it's gonna have to be the hardest that you've ever worked after that. Like, as soon as stream use is done, there is no chilling. There is no damn that was a lot. It's none of that. It's gonna have to be, you're gonna have to be posting clips, socials, collabs, literally everything. So yeah, just learn from the mistakes of all the people that went for the first time that were gonna be made, because this was the first time, you know, we went through that. So yeah, man, just learn from everything.
Last question. If you could give advice to someone attending in the future, what would it be?
I would say, number one, schedule content out before you get there that will like air as you're in the middle of Stream University so that your algorithm is taking off. We didn't have service while we were out there, so luckily I had videos that were scheduled, and that allowed me to get some kind of traction because I was not posting like that. I'd also say one thing I learned was you can be genuine and be ambitious at the same time, I kind of blocked myself off by being like, I don't want to be a character. And by that, I ended up like slowing down how, I don't know, how quickly I became close with a lot of the people from SU. Like now a year later, I'm like finally hanging out with them and finally talking to people because I'm like, oh wow, like it's not clout chasey to talk to people in your network. So I just say like, don't let your fear of like misinterpretation like control how you act out there, because people are going to misinterpret you regardless. You're going to get clipped out of context. You're going to get one guide. It doesn't matter as long as you know what your goals are and who you are at the end of the day. Like that's all that matters. And also have fun. Like I think like it's one of the most fun things that you'll ever do. It's a summer camp full of people that have the same interests as you, and it's just fun, bro. Like it's just nice to hang out with people that are ambitious and driven and hungry, and I'm so grateful. Like it's amazing.
I think people went into Streamer University with a bunch of misunderstandings as to what the event actually was. As powerful as I do think Kai Cenat is, Kai Cenat can't make somebody 100% famous on his own. That person needs to do their due diligence. They need to do their work. They need to have the YouTube set up, the Discords, the Twitter communities. They need to stream consistently. They need to have the creative ideas. They need to collaborate. They need to network. They need to do all those things. And for what it's worth, I do think the Streamer University gave them all of that. It's just about if they ran with it after the fact or not. And you heard that based off of the 2 interviews. Shouts out to Marcus and Kai. The people that are having this unnecessary and nasty ass criticism about whether or not Streamer University was a success or not a success, just need to really take a look at the landscape as to what's going on right now.
I mean, people gained and learned something from it at the end of the day. So yeah, it was successful. I think that was the point, you know what I mean? And it was fun. So, and entertaining for people, for an audience. So it's like, you know, but I'm gonna stop it right there. This video is like 40 minutes long, bruh. You know, video's getting way too long, but you know, I hope you have a good breakfast, a good dinner, good night, man. I think I pretty much said everything I needed to say, bro. Honestly, bro, but I'll see y'all in the next video, man. Peace.